My name is Kenneth Beer, and today I'm going to be doing an overall market breakdown on just a couple stocks that I've been watching, some economic data. I'm going to be breaking down. A lot of these big boomers that we've been seeing, and my thoughts on how I'm going to be looking at playing them. You know, because if you're like anything like me, I'm looking at this from a whole different perspective. I'm seeing this in options selling perspective. Just a lot of implied volatility expansion and things of that nature. So that's really what I'm looking for. I'm not looking to play these just directional. Going to the upside. I feel like that's when you start to chase. And I kind of try to do what the opposite of what people are doing in the market. Well, I wait for especially when you're getting a really big crowded explosion in volatility and volume like this. Obviously, it's some sort of big crowd effect, some FOMO effect. So you don't want to go ahead and just jump in at the top of these things and lose a lot of money. So I'm gonna break down some economic data first. I was just looking at Palantir just because it was a pretty interesting company. Wanted to get a deeper insight on what they actually do. But I'm gonna break down some of these economic indicators here. So today's actually Monday. I didn't get to make a video. I'll make this quick because it's been 2 minutes, so I don't want to talk too long. But I didn't get to make a video on Friday because I had to have surgery. So, I didn't get to get. I usually try to make my overall market breakdowns at the end of the week from Friday, so you guys just get it like on Friday. But I couldn't do that because yeah. But I'm gonna make it today, so I'm gonna basically just do this for the future. It's gonna be some implied. It's an implied breakdown. Yeah, but that was kind of corny. I didn't want to tell any more jokes in this, but yeah, let's get right into it, man. So FHFA House Price Index that's gonna be Tuesday. We got the S&P Case-Shiller Home Price Index. We got Consumer Confidence Index. Thus, S&P Case-Shiller Home Price Index. We want to look at those. Want to see if those are going to be increasing. We got median forecast for S&P Case-Shiller at 8.7. So we're just gonna have to wait and see if we miss or hit or miss on those things. So Consumer Confidence Index, median forecast on those 87.5. So these are kind of similar indicators here. But let's move it on to Wednesday. We got durable good orders, core capital goods orders. Excuse my language, can't really get the sentence out. FOMC meeting announcement, Jerome Powell press conference at 2:30. So, when we have these press conference things, I usually just like to wait until after the press conference because, you don't want them saying something that just causes a huge, supply shift, and you get hit out your position because you're in the wrong time. It's kind of like earnings for indexes because I mainly trade indexes, so I'm watching these things to give me. These are what's going to make the market move. These are these market indicators. So Thursday we got a nice, pretty good-looking day here. Initial jobless claims, continuous jobless claims, gross domestic product, advance report on trading goods, new home sales, which has been rapidly increasing. So we like that, leading economic indicators. So we got some nice ones coming in on Thursday. Friday, we got personal income, consumer spending, core inflation, employment cost index, Chicago PMI, consumer sentiment index. So we got some good ones on Friday too as well. We'll be looking out for those. So I'm just gonna go right into these stocks here. First thing that I want to pay attention to is I want to just go ahead and look at some some futures really quick. I'm gonna pull this up. So obviously, just looking at this here, still looking strong to the upside. We have been putting in a little bit of a topping motion here. It's giving me some topping, some rollover action. That's the vibe I'm starting to get here. Um, Basically, it looks like the strength. The strength in this is starting to really slow down. It's just kind of climbing up, but we are making new highs. So, who knows? We could continue higher here. Um, like we're not into a bearish downtrend until we obviously, get to this 50 and we start to get below, where I have this trend line at. But obviously, futures are up here. So anyone who is on the downside of the market is being proved wrong as the market continues to push up here. And we've just been staying stagnant right now, kind of consolidating. I would expect for this to, we having some large volume here. I would expect for this and then also some bullish divergence here. I would expect for this to start to head back up to the upside as we are just kind of not giving in, but the short interest in it to the downside under this demand zone here. So if we don't give that up at that 38.20 area on these futures, I really think that we're just going to continue higher and continue our overall trend here. But that's for the futures. Looking at these E-mini Nasdaq futures. Let's go to the daily chart here. Obviously, going back into these days, we were staying above the 20 SMA, and obviously you can see this symmetrical triangle that was being formed not too long ago. And ever since we broken out of that, we've just been seeing higher highs for the Nasdaq. So Nasdaq is looking pretty strong here, if you ask me. And we are, in fact, I'm trying to draw my trend line, but it keeps messing with me. We're staying pretty tightly above this 20. Staying pretty tightly. And we're pretty overextended from the 20 as well. We're pretty far away. Usually it's just kind of these small uptrends before pulling back, but this is kind of extended outwards. So who knows? We could consolidate sideways for a bit, or we could pull back to the 20 and continue this uptrend. But just how long until a correction is my question. Everything. I mean, we're not in. And the thing is, we're not even. It could continue higher for a very long time, just because we're not really overbought on the RSI indicator, and we're not. It's nothing to everything with. It's like the market is in a calming phase here, just because, the market kind of Joe Biden being inaugurated in. A lot of good talks and a lot of good, with vaccines looking like they could be easily distributed. It's a lot of, it's not terrible news. It's not a lot of fear that the market is reacting off of. So we're still getting these highs here. That's my assumption on it. We can look at the VIX here just to, take a look at volatility. And see that volatility is sitting below that 78.6 ish area. And I honestly believe I have my hold on. Let me see something really quick. Okay, this is messing me up. I'm sorry, because I'm using my other hand. It's really messing me up. But let's take this off. All right, so VIX. Obviously, VIX is had a pretty decent spike today, but on the low side, below 25. It's below 30. So VIX is still relatively calm. VIX is still relatively calm. There's nothing to be worrisome about whatsoever. We did have a tiny spike, but nothing crazy. VIX is still very calm, but having not a lot of fear factor in the overall market. So, that's all I have to say about that. Now, a couple stock. What time is it? It's been 10 minutes, or I'm gonna finish in 2 minutes. I'm just break down these stocks really quick. I want to first go down MRNA. MRNA, I love this MRNA just because I was anticipating it. I was looking at mRNA and I had, a lot of hope in this mRNA, and it's looking at just it's giving, it's showing out, it's doing what was expected with these vaccines. Joe Biden is really pushing it heavy that they're going to be distributed. Americans are gonna get them. They're gonna be getting out, and these pharmaceutical companies love it. Obviously, we see here I have another one. I was looking at Pfizer here. Was another one on my watch list. Had a nice level of support down here. I was like, okay, watch Pfizer. mRNA started the race, and I was like, okay, watch Pfizer, and it started to follow the trend. Now moving about a dollar to the upside. So if I'm not mistaken, I can just check really quick. About a dollar to the upside. So now watch out for the takeover of the pharmaceutical sector. I'm telling you. But like I said, I'm not a financial advisor in any type of way. Do not listen to me. If you listen to me, you will lose money. I'm absolutely do not know what I'm talking about. Not one bit. I could be completely wrong, and if anything, just go with me being completely wrong. Gonna stop that right there. The next stock and the last stock that I'm gonna be going over is, let me find it on my watch list. Computer is freezing like a bitch. Okay. Computer's just sit. All right. So the next stock I want to go over is going to be Tesla. All right. So obviously Tesla is a nice one here. Tesla is just, if you know me, I'm a fan of Elon Musk. He's Tony Stark in real life, and so I have hope in Tesla in the future. The EV technology is going to bring us, right? So Tesla just on a run. We had a slight consolidation for about a week and a half, and now we're looking like we're pushing towards new highs at $900 a share, just 100 points off from 1,000 where we left off. And I don't have COVID, but where we left off right before a 41 stock split. Very much outperforming the market here. I give Tesla a round of applause, but to be in fact, we can obviously see here, and I keep saying obviously, let me stop saying that word. We can see here that we're having a little bit of bearish divergence here. So I want to wait to see if we really make highs before I jump the gun on this one. You jump the gun if you want to, or do not. But me, I don't know if I want to jump the gun yet on this one because it has bearish divergence. Maybe let me go look. It's not a lot of volume on this breakout either. Maybe let me check out. Let's do a little data hunting really quick. All right, so I'm on FinViz here. Y'all want to go look at FinViz? Go check them out. So you can look up. It's free screeners. You can look up any stock, all of the data. I'm not sponsored either, but they can if they want to. So let's go here, and I'm gonna look up Shoot. Tesla. Tesla pops up. Let's look at what the what am I looking for? What am I looking for? Oh, these damn ads, man. Watch out, watch out, watch out. Okay.